Hello Year 12s, welcome. This video is for learning intention number 28, and this is going to be broken up into 6 parts, but they should be fairly short. And this is on the addition rule of probability. And I'm hoping this will be a revision. So before I throw the formula at you, I want to start with an example. So here I have the sample space for a standard deck of cards. And if you are unfamiliar with the suits or the number of cards there are or what a face card is, go grab a deck, Google it, make sure you know this inside out. My question is going to be, what is the probability of selecting at random a queen or a heart? So you choose a card at random. What's the probability that it's a queen or it's a heart? So I'm going to do this question in a couple of ways. The first way I'm going to do it is kind of the first way you would have learned. So we write PR and we write the event. So the event is getting a queen or a heart. And we all know the definition of probability. It's the number of favorable outcomes over the number of total outcomes. So how many favorable outcomes are there? Well, luckily I've got my sample space here. So queen or heart. So it has to be a queen or a heart. So it can be one of these or one of these. Well, now we count. So how many favorable outcomes are there? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there are 16 favorable outcomes, and we know that there are 52 cards in a standard deck. So there are 16 favorable outcomes, 16 outcomes that satisfy being a queen or a heart, and there are 52 cards in a standard deck. Well, we can simplify that. Let's half both numbers. That becomes 8 on 26. Let's half both again. We get 4 on 13. So that's one way to do it. That's the probability of getting a queen or a heart. It's 4 on 13. Another way to think about the problem is by using the addition rule of probability, which we encountered last year. So I'm going to write the rule with all the symbols, and I'm hoping it'll make sense with the example. So let's look at the rule. So the rule says the probability of A union B, in other words, the probability of event A happening or B happening, is the probability of event A happening plus the probability of event B happening minus the probability of their intersection. So you must absolutely memorize this. You must memorize this formula. Please know this off by heart. How can this apply to this example? I think this example can give you an intuitive understanding of this formula. So let's define some things. So we have the probability of A. Let's solve this problem using this formula. Let's say that we have the probability of one event. Let's say, what's the probability of drawing a queen? Well, there are 4 queens out of 52. So it's 4 on 52. Which simplifies to 1 on 13. All right, great. What's the probability of drawing a heart? probability of drawing a heart is, well, there are 13 hearts out of 52, and that simplifies to 1 on 4. Remember, this symbol here means or. So queen or heart, A or B, A union B. Well, what's the probability of drawing a queen and a heart? So it has to satisfy both conditions for this part. What's the probability of drawing a card that's both queen and heart? Well, there's one option for that. That's the queen of hearts. So that's going to be 1 on 52. Now, the interesting thing is, this formula can be used to solve this problem, and it should give us the same answer here. So let's try that. The probability of a queen or a heart, so drawing a queen or a heart, equals the probability of drawing a queen plus the probability of drawing a heart minus the probability of their intersection. So the probability of drawing the queen of hearts. Well, let's sub in our numbers. So, well, the probability of drawing a queen is 4 on 52. And I've left it unsimplified just to make the maths a bit easier. The probability of drawing a heart is 13 on 52 minus 1 on 52 for the probability of drawing a queen and a heart, or the queen of hearts. So that becomes 17 on 52 minus 1 on 52, 16 on 52, which simplifies to 4 on 13. Okay, so we got the same answer. Well, what's the point of this formula if you can do it this way? The point of this formula is to understand the addition rule of probability. What this is saying is you can add probabilities provided you minus off where they intersect, where they overlap. So in this case, it's saying you can add the probability of drawing a queen or a heart to find the probability of getting one or the other, but you've got to get rid of the intersection so you don't count it twice. See, because if this is event A, so if this is event A here, and this is event B here, and we just took it like that, if we just added event A and B, well, we will have counted this twice. So this minus here, it's just getting rid of counting the intersection twice. So that's the meaning of the formula. If you're not sure about that, the thing to do in the meantime is to memorize this formula and use it as much as possible. And if you have been, thank you for watching.